I've amended the corner dry joint square drilling jig plan. Let's just try and get through it. There's the dry joint as it was last week. Alright, what we got? 10mm drill in my drill to its full depth, and I laid out the drawing to scale to get the drill depth. Let's get that out of here. Right, let's go to this top drawing here first. Come on. It's not showing up the details too well, is it? It's got the flashlight on and everything. Right. What you got there, that square there is a 44mm block, which is a standard block you can get from the shops, usually as sawn timber. Or you could do it as half triangles if you want a small triangle in the corner and then push dowels into it. So then you can go square block, and then you can go a full 62mm square with the corners cut off, with the holes all the way through the middle. But you could do them as metal tubes for the drill guide as well if you really wanted to. 10mm bore. But I'm not going to go that way. I might have 2 halves, which is what I put here. 2 halves square grooved at 92mm centres. So if I do the grooves at 92 on both of these pieces of timber with a bit of tape between them, and then roll them back flat and glue them together, or dowel them together, I've ensured that I can create a square drill guide without a pillar drill. Hard work. It's just that 45 corner, I haven't got anything deep enough to cut the 45. I've got bearing cutters and a big triangle cutter for me router, but nothing that deep. So I don't know, I might have to get creative with that and do 2 passes, but then you lose your corner, don't you? I suppose I could, yeah, do 2 passes, do it fenced from the corner, but intersecting with that corner there, and then do the same on the front, so it leaves a bit on the corner, and then I chop the corners off. Then that'll give me my 45, won't it? But make sure that that hole is through these 2 pieces at 62 by 31 first. Oh, what details is this? Small triangle option. Yep, I've already mentioned that. And those 22mm rails there with the 45 at the back, they are the cross rails, the horizontal cross rails. And that would be the upstand with horizontal cross rails screwed to the back. And if you want that lump to be removable, tapped in, with the dowels glued into it, they need to be 45 to get it to freely move in and out. Right, coming down to this drawing. This is the first drawing I did, but it was too tight to the top of the page for my liking, for the detail, but I drew on the drill bit. What else? 10mm drill length from chuck, 60 to 90mm. Can't remember what I was trying to say there. I think it was like 90mm. Alright, 99mm. That is there to the edge of the cut tooth, and it was 102mm to the tip in that 62 block in the rear edge all the way through. It was just to make sure that I didn't go too thick with my material selection. Alright, drill depth. What's this? 15mm flat at the front. That gives me, I don't know, nice detail, and it probably matches the bottom of the pallet a little bit better. Dubbed off the corners. It won't take away too much of the strength, I wouldn't have thought. In the joint, just stop this paper moving all over the place. Right, dowel spacing was 92mm, just because the 100mm boards that come off pallets fluctuate down to 92mm wide. They're never 100mm, they're like 92, 95. So I had to pick a number, and it just so happened that 92 was equal spacing of 8 to 8mm full planter height plus the top cap that made it up to 850 that I planned to put on it to rest watering cans on top or whatever, just to finish off the top of the planter. Right, and the dowel spacings themselves were right, well, you got your 0 point of your planter, that's not a dowel space, so that's a start point, and then you measure up 92, 184, 276, 368, 460, 552, 644, 736, and then top is 828. And what have I done here? Dowel spacing, blah 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 blah. Box joint jig plus 92mm for opposite hand, because you've got 9 and 10 spaces and you've got a left and a right hand board. As you can tell, the board on the left ends as the dominant overhand on the box joint at the top and the bottom, so I needed an extra spacing on my clamp on jig and router out and jigsaw it all, you name it, just because of the way it worked out. You need 2 jigs really, but then I made 1 jig and just spaced it 92mm up or down. Just got to remember what you're doing. Something for me to get on with. It's such hard work having a bin store with no real flat edge to work with and trying to get things out that are accurate beyond belief just to make a jig, because that was rubbish. This piece of metal that I tried to do the 92 spacing, drill through, it's not coming out good. Just an update on the design parameters of that. Anyone with a workshop would be well away. Thanks for watching.